Hola amigos, buenos días. Les saluda su amiga Elizabeth Madrid desde este espacio de Hombro a Hombro Michigan Experience. Quiero contarles que estamos aquí en GLWSI Studios Institute, aquí en la feria universitaria. Este es un instituto especializado aquí en el Northwestern Michigan College, ubicado en Traverse City, Michigan, junto al Lago de Michigan, Traverse City. Se enfoca en educación, investigación y entrenamiento en agua dulce, medio ambiente, tecnología marina, calidad del agua, ecosistemas de los grandes lagos. Es uno de los centros más importantes de Estados Unidos en estudios de agua dulce. Así que este tipo de programa ofrece títulos de 2 años, algunos programas de 4 años en colaboración, certificaciones técnicas y entrenamiento especializado. Entonces yo quiero presentarles, what is your name?
My name is Meric Adams. I'm the recruiter for the Great Lakes Water Studies Institute.
Thank you so much. It's a question. For a Detroit family interested but concerned about cost, how does this program make environmental science education more accessible? Para una familia de Detroit que quiere entrar en STEAM, pero tiene preocupaciones económicas, ¿cómo puede este programa hacer la educación en ciencias ambientales más accesible?
So one thing we're really proud of actually is that Northwestern Michigan College is a community college. So most of our degrees are 2-year programs. And our tuition is going to be about 1/3 of what you would find at other schools. So it kind of sets the bar low in terms of cost right off the bat. But there are a lot of state programs that students can opt in for that reduce that tuition even more, which means that the state can cover a lot of the costs that students incur in terms of their tuition, their room and board, their books, all sorts of things. As well as we have a very generous foundation at our college, which last year lent out about $2 million in scholarship programs, which meant that a lot of our students didn't have to pay very much.
Thank you. What financial aid or scholarships are available specifically for free wastewater or environmental science students? ¿Qué tipo de ayuda financiera o becas están disponibles específicamente para estudiantes de programas ambientales de agua dulce?
So there are quite a few environmental science or water-related scholarships out there. There are some that are offered through our school's foundation, but one of the big things that we are proud of is partnering with the Marine Technology Society and THOSA. Both of those are organizations that students can become members of while they're in college, and those organizations spend a lot of money on scholarships for students so that they can go to school for not a lot.
Thank you so much. What FAFSA or financial planning mistakes commonly affect your students entering programs like this? ¿Qué errores en FAFSA o planificación financiera suelen afectar a los estudiantes que entran a este tipo de programas? Every time.
Yeah, so the biggest mistake that students make by far in terms of the FAFSA is thinking that they don't have to fill it out. It's something that you should do. I know it takes a little bit of time and it can be a little inconvenient, but it can open up a world of money for you to have at college. So if you're worried about paying for college, definitely fill out that FAFSA, because that's going to open up a world of money in scholarships, which is money that you don't necessarily have to pay back.
Thank you. Who does the students work in this institute direct impact water quality and environmental health in Michigan? ¿Cómo el trabajo de los estudiantes en este instituto impacta directamente la calidad del agua o la salud ambiental en Michigan?
Yes. So Michigan is 40% water by surface area, so we have a lot of water to study and protect. Specifically, our students spend a lot of time, getting internships and working with local organizations that specialize in water quality. There are a lot of companies that work with us very closely so that our students can get that type of experience.
Other question, what real-world problems are students or researchers currently solving in the Great Lakes? ¿Qué problemas reales están resolviendo actualmente los estudiantes o investigadores de los Grandes Lagos?
So one of the most surprising things about our studies is that, obviously we're on the Great Lakes. The Great Lakes have been mapped, but a very long time ago, so that data is very bad. So we're part of an initiative called Lakebed 2030 to map all of the Great Lakes in high detail by 2030. And our students are, chipping away at that as they can. and that's going to make navigation safer. It's going to make natural resource protection more effective, and it's going to make navigation a little bit safer as well.
Vivi, por favor, acerca la cámara al equipo. Mire, quiero que muestren. Can you explain the display, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So this right here, this is called an ROV, remotely operated vehicle. So it's almost like an underwater drone. So our students can fly these around underwater, and this is the main tool we use for our research. It has a camera on the front so you can see what it's seeing in real time while you're on the boat. And this one has a sonar system on it too. So this sends out pings of sound, and you can map out your surroundings using that sort of thing.
Okay, thank you so much. This is what kind of professional technology or equipment to the students use it durante their training. ¿Qué tipo de tecnología o equipos profesionales usan los estudiantes durante su formación?
Yeah, so our students use a lot of different equipment that's often donated to us by the industry, by the marine technology industry, because they know that our students are going to get the best value out of it. Since, you know, they're here for 4 years, they're using their equipment, and if they get hired by a company who needs more equipment, they're going to suggest the one that they have experience with, right? So we get a lot of that equipment donated to us, which is it's a real boon to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for your patience on my question. What job opportunities exist after completing this program in water, environmental science or research files? ¿Qué oportunidades de empleo existen después de completar este programa en áreas como agua, medio ambiente e investigación?
Yeah, so there's a lot of jobs out there. This is a section of the economy that's growing very rapidly. There's a lot of work in the federal government, specifically NOAA and EPA and all of the other environmental-oriented organizations, but there are also private companies that deal with government contracts, like for mapping the Great Lakes, for instance. That's all done through contracting. But there's also a lot of work going in water quality right now, because obviously there's a lot of threats to our water quality that's happening in terms of like plastic contamination and PFAS. So there are quite a few jobs out there for our students. Okay.
What organization or agencies typical hire graduates from these programs? EPA, NOEAA, o sea, ¿qué organizaciones o agencias suelen contratar a graduados de este tipo de estudios?
Yes.
Now, one or two is okay.
Yeah, so like I just said, there's EPA and NOAA. A lot of that work gets contracted by smaller companies that are more local in Michigan. But yeah, pretty much any of those organizations that are centered around underwater research.
Why is studying the Great Lakes specifically important? And what makes this program unique compared to others in the USA? ¿Por qué es importante estudiar los grandes lagos específicamente y qué hace único este programa en comparación con otros en Estados Unidos? Why?
So the Great Lakes are, I would say, one of our most important natural resources. They contain 21% of the world's fresh water, and all of that is at risk of being contaminated. So if we can understand it a little bit better, then, you know, we have a far greater chance of you know, securing them for future generations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Es Meric Adams. Amigos, estuvo con ustedes Elizabeth Madrid. Síganse quedando con nosotros para más entrevistas desde la feria, quinta edición universitaria aquí en Detroit, Michigan.